Marcel Sieberg, what words would you put on the evolution of the sprint train of Arvid de Kleijn this year?
Of this year, okay, I think we continue in a really nice way.
Yeah.
Okay, Arvid had some healthy problems with the knee in the beginning of the season, or like in April, May. So yeah, that was for sure not ideal to have a lot of races then without him. But now the second part of the season, yeah, they showed that that they are on a really good way.
Yeah.
And yeah, now also the first 2 days here was good. Okay, the first day short day. Yeah, our bikes just arrived the day before the race, what was not ideal. But yeah, no, they did really good, and yeah, yesterday with the third place, I think everything works really well.
Yeah. What steps did you see Arvid make this season? Because he won in the World Tour race, Paris-Nice, and then in the last part of the season he also went to win 2 French races where he was a favorite, and then he made it off. He finished off. What steps did he make?
Yeah, I think if the team grows together, then for sure it also helps Arvid. He is now in the second year with us, and no, he made really nice steps, like you say, with Paris-Nice. For sure, it was a highlight for not only for him, also for the team, and also the others. I think Rick personally also was having a strong Super 8 race and so on. It's not all about the lead out, but for sure with the 3 in the lead out, they grow together, and step by step, yeah, having then the World Tour race victory, and also the Belgian races before Langkawi, really nice. What is also not easy to control and also to do the sprint.
Yeah. What I was wondering is that Arvid made his step by step. He's evolving. He came from Continental team, then he went to you, then he went to win some pro races. Now he's winning World Tour. What might be the next goal if you're watching it realistically?
It's hard to say. I think we go step by step, like I said. We don't put any pressure on it. We take what we get. A victory for me or whatever. It's also really nice for the team. Yeah. So yeah, we see it year by year. We know for sure for really hard races and Grand Tour, yeah, he's still missing a bit. Yep. But if he works too much on it, then he also probably loses a little bit on his speed. So it's good how it is now, and yeah, I don't want to say any races or whatever. So no. We get what we get. So yeah.
But is that a dilemma that you maybe say he might be able to win stages, possibly in a Grand Tour, but then he has to have that evolution to be able to ride or finish off a Grand Tour, and that is a dilemma maybe.
Okay, he can do a Grand Tour, maybe not Vuelta, yeah. For sure not. Giro is also a hard one, but even if he's just doing 10-14 days in the Giro in the future, it already would be good, and for sure there's also a chance to win in the first days a Giro stage. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing on paper or planned for the moment. He's also not the youngest anymore. We also know that, but he's always, like we know, motivated for every race. What is good to see, and always also in the group we have a lot of talks about when something goes wrong and so on. So that is also yeah, a process for sure, and everyone is in to make everything as good as possible. Yeah.
How close are you to the sprint train? Because for yourself, you had a career with a lot of success in sprint train. How close are you with these Dutch guys and Sebastian Kolze?
Okay, I'm the sport director of Arvid 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗃. So I'm not weekly, but mostly in contact. Okay, like I said, this year I was planned to do a lot of races with the guys, especially in May. And then May was when Arvid had knee issues, so I missed a lot of races then. And then the last month I did more races with also other riders from the team. And now in the end I'm back with the guys. Like I said, we have a lot of meetings already. Last year, I did 90% of my races with this group.
Yeah.
This year, a little bit changing. What doesn't mean that I'm not close to the group. But I have to say everyone in the group give good inputs. It's not only me telling them. So we are an open group to discuss a lot of things.
Yeah.
What is important, because you see the finals here in Asia or in Langkawi, they're different. A lot of big roads straight to the finish. So it's hard to say what they have to do, because they have to feel on the bike. And with the road captain, with 𝗏𝗏𝗏, he has to also make the decision then in the race, because it's then also some reaction, not many seconds or half a seconds to decide. So you can do hundreds of plans, but in the race it's probably different.
Yeah. About Rick, he has made an evolution himself as well this year, with getting some interesting results in the classics as well. How do you see him evolve? Maybe next winter until next first part of the season.
Like I said before, Rick made a nice step. We knew already end of last year that he's able to also do some results for him, with being second, I think, in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and this year also doing some good races. For sure, if it's not all about having the good legs in the classics, also experience. So for sure, every year he gets now to have the experience for the Belgium classics. It helps him, but like I said, Super 8 was already a nice step, and looking forward for sure to race with him in the classics and also some other harder one-day races.
Yeah. Now there's a classics team coming up with Alaphilippe, with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What place might he have an ambition to have? Is it more just the pre-final phase? Where can he have an input as well in that classics team?
It's still early, so we still have to also see what races we do, and we send Rick. But for sure, with having those two strong guys in the group, it also will lift him even more up, because if you have a leader like this, for sure you go sometimes over the limit. We have to just see how we plan him in, but for sure he will also benefit from it.
The last Dutch rider in the team, Marcel Sieberg, the lead out. Well, I have to ask you, as a former lead out, how is he? What do you see in him? Is he really the next Marcel Sieberg, maybe?
He's almost as tall as me. That's true. Michael. Okay, it's not only the lead out; it's also especially the prologues. In Romandie, he won really nice. In Germany, he was third behind really strong riders. So for sure, it's also something he really likes, and the team also do a lot to improve still this. But also for the lead out, he's a key element. Like everyone now in that group. He has the size of a really good lead out, because behind him you have for sure more slipstream than behind Rick, and also a good overview. It's for sure really interesting to see them the next years.
You have to have a feeling, I think, as a lead out. You have to watch the momentum, see the gap, watch the moment. You see that with him. You see that he has that. In our first training camp in end of 22, so we just saw them on the paper a little bit like this. So we had a kind of idea, but already from the first lead out. We knew that he will be Arvid's last man. Not only, like I said before, of the size, but in general. And I think till now we saw that this plan was working really well. He has the overview, but it's also not only
he has to have the overview, because sometimes he don't need the overview because there are not many riders next to him anymore in the lead out, because he has a free wheel.
Yeah.
So he just has to have the power. Mostly Seba and 𝗏𝗏 has to have a little bit more overview, also to know when to start. For sure there's a rider like 𝗏𝗏 to have the comment to go or not to go. But yeah, it's also with him looking forward for the next what's coming.
One last question. The little gorilla, is that really his nickname, and is it accepted by André?
I was not checking yet, but to be honest, we don't call Arvid this. I think it's more from the media. But if it's like this, then it's also nice if he's okay with it. Okay, I was working a lot of years with the other gorilla, André. That's I think it's more what I think from the media. But for today, it's good because we start here in the Taiping Zoo. So I hope he will not go in the zoo. He will go on the bike, even it's today not his day. But no, I think it's more like mostly coming from. I don't know from where it's coming. So maybe you have more insights about this. I know that sometimes this comes up, but to be honest,
You have a better name?
I just call him Arvid. So
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Marcel.